Welcome back to another video. Today I am really excited to talk about, provide an update on a video I did in the past. I put out a video back in the winter time about growing winter rye as a cover crop, and in that video I also talked about cover crops in general and their benefits, and I experimented with sowing the winter rye seed in the winter. I believe I planted it in mid-December, and I was just out in the garden today. I'm out in the garden now, and I just recently noticed that these winter rye plants have actually come up and they've germinated, and by the looks of them they've been growing for a little while, and it's now mid-March and they're doing really well getting ready for spring. So apparently even when we have been through some frosts, and the cold temperatures and snow and such, you can still viably plant winter rye later on in the winter if need be, and you can expect it to germinate and grow even here in zone 6A. So let's go check it out. Alright, so here we are. These are the winter rye plants that I have sown next to the sunchokes in this row, and they continue on down that way. The young leaves of the winter rye plant are actually a nice little nibble. They're actually kind of sweet and good source of probably vitamin C and other phytonutrients, especially in the early spring. And they're much softer to nibble on than other grasses. They might not be quite as high in silica as wild grasses are, so they're a little easier on your teeth. I also want to note that these seeds that I planted were about probably at least 3 years old, which is not ideal for rye in some cases, and so the germination rates could have been low because of either the age of the seed, or also maybe growing them in December is not maybe not an ideal time either. But they seem to come up and grow, and they're doing pretty well. So that will be something to experiment with as we continue on, maybe get some fresh seed and sow some of that in the midwinter and see how that germinates and see how that germination rate compares. And we might be able to tell if it's the age of the seed or planting them in wintertime or both. The young leaves in the spring of this plant, they can also be a good source of chlorophyll and magnesium as well. So now we know that if we harvested a primary crop in a field and we're a little late in getting around to planting a cover crop for the winter time, we can probably still plant winter rye even later on into the winter time, and expect to have at least some level of success. And having that cover crop there can really help to maintain that soil microbiology, so that it can maintain its health and vigor for the springtime when we want to plant other crops. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Take care. These mosquitoes are crazy.